Have you ever had a really good pasta? Hi, my name is Rick, and in this video I will show you how to make a pasta by hand. Alright, so for this pasta dough recipe, I'm gonna start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You could use 00 flour, but I'm just using all-purpose as I have that easily in my pantry. And along with that, 2 full eggs and 6 egg yolks. Yes, 6 might seem like quite a lot, but that's required for this recipe. And also about 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. And yes, a fork, which is our tool of choice. Alright, so now let's start by whisking the 2 full eggs in that bowl. Once it's all mixed up, we will then pour that into the mixture of the 6 egg yolks. And yes, we want to give that a nice good whisk. So just go and whisk it for about 30 seconds. That's what I did it for. And of course, let's add in the olive oil before we start to whisk it. You can use a whisk, or in this case, I'm just using a fork, as that's simple. So give it a nice whisk until it kind of airs out, and that's the kind of consistency you want. And once that's all mixed and incorporated together, let's add in the sea salt. And once you've added that in, just give that a slight mix. Nothing too much is needed at this point, and that's fine. Alright, and here comes the fun part. Now let's make some mess. Let's put the flour all over the your table or any surface board if you have. And what we want to do is to have a kind of a valley in between of it. That's where we want to put in our egg mixture. And you want to make it bigger than how big you actually think you would need, as that gives us more space to kind of mix the egg mixture properly and slowly incorporate that with the flour. And once you're satisfied of how big it is, we'll then add in the egg mixture. Alright, and now let's add in the egg mixture to this slowly. We don't want to dump it all in straight away, so we want to slowly add that in without making too much of a mess. Alright, once the egg mixture is added in, we want to grab our fork and first just mix it together. We'll start slowly incorporating the flour a little bit at a time. We don't want to dump in the whole bunch at once. We just want to slowly add it in little by little. And if you see your eggs which is starting to sneak through the flour, it's one cheeky little bugger. Don't panic. Just what you want to do is to keep on mixing it together slowly and not just dump it. If it's a bit excessive, what you could do is to just take a little bit of flour and just dump on the last bit of it, which is kind of flowing through, which is what I've done. You don't want to dump, just mix the whole thing all together right away. You still want to gradually mix it a little bit at a time until you slowly mix it all together. Alright, now since we have kind of mixed it all together, we want to dump our fork away and use our hands and knead it together for about 10 minutes. And it seems like a long time, but you do need to knead it for about 10 minutes. Perhaps at this point you should set a timer for 10 minutes. You could just use a stopwatch, you could use your phone, or Alexa or Google Home could do that. So just keep kneading it. At first it's gonna seem really sticky, but after a while it's all gonna come together. What you want to do is to knead it out and pull it back. So just press it down and then pull it back. Yes, you can see it's really sticky right now, but don't worry. Once you hit about the 5-6 minute mark, it's gonna feel much better. After about 5 to 6 minutes, and if you feel your dough is still a little sticky, add in a few tablespoons of flour, just a little at a time, and just continue kneading it for about 5 more minutes, and you'll see how that goes along. And now, as you see, it looks much better already. It's about 5-6 minutes at this point, and it's doing much better than what it was. It's not really sticky anymore, but we still need to knead it for a while more. You just have to knead it for 10 minutes. It's ideal if you have someone else around that you can switch turns with, but if you don't have anyone, you just slowly keep kneading it slowly, and it will all come together. Doesn't this look way better? And at least it's not sticking to the hands, and it looks gorgeous. So right now we want to just check the dough and see if it's springing back up. So if those of you that made breads, it's the same kind of thing that you want to check if it springs back up. If not, just continue kneading for a couple of minutes, and it should spring back up. And yep, at this point in time is when my battery for my camera died, so that bit has gone away. So you want to leave it for about 30 minutes at room temperature, not in the fridge or anywhere else. Just leave it for 30 minutes wrapped in a cellophane wrap. It's been resting for about 30 minutes now, and we will proceed to the next step. For those of you who are just getting started, you could use a rolling pin, or if not, you could use a pasta machine. If you're not making your pasta right away, you could keep your pasta dough in your fridge for about a couple of days and take it out when you're going to proceed with the next step, which is of rolling the pasta dough in the next video. If you like this video, click on the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell button to receive notifications for more videos coming your way. Thank you.